Hello, deep soul divers. It's been 5 years since I have done a video, so I apologize if I'm a little rusty. It's been on my mind lately to do a video, I guess a reboot, as you can call it, on Venus in the 12th house, and some lessons and experiences that others have shared with me the past 5 years about this placement. As you know, I have an article that I wrote about this many years ago. I also have a video, Venus in the 12th house, that talks about some of the challenges of this placement. One thing that I have left out is the positive aspects of this placement, which in the past, I'll be honest, I never saw the positive aspects of Venus in the 12th. I often found it to be a very difficult placement to have for many people that I've met throughout the years. Hearing their experiences and them sharing all of their heartache with me, I realized that Venus in the 12th house was a place that came many challenges and many lessons in love. So this video today is really just to share with you some knowledge that I have gained about this placement, some further knowledge. It's been since 2015 since I have done a video. Many people have been asking me to do a video, and I am not really someone that likes to be on video, but I'm doing this for a few of you that have asked me to do it. I hope I get better at it, and I plan to come back with some more videos on the 8th and 12th houses in the future. So today let's talk about a belief in true love. Most people with Venus in the 12th house are very idealistic, and they believe in true love. They believe that there's a soulmate out there for them. They believe this with all their heart, that there's someone out there that is sent by God for them. Many times they're seeking that person in their lives. They're looking for that connection. And that's my question. What is true love? It's something that I've asked myself for 44 years of my life. I guess you could say 30-something years of my life. What is real, true love? Some people feel that it's emotion, to have that emotional connection with someone. Some people believe it's passion, that you have to have that sexual passion and intimacy and connection there, that chemistry, to be true love. Sometimes it's a bond you can't explain. You just feel like you've known each other forever. And Venus in the 12th house people tend to feel strong love and strong emotions for other people that oftentimes are one-sided. I'll be honest. And I never understood, why everyone with this placement has difficulties with what is true love. I'm trying to get the volume going here a little bit so you can hear me. I think from what I have said in past videos and past experiences is that Venus in the 12th house people love others very deeply and on a spiritual type of level. They tend to feel love and passion and connection to those who are wounded, and those that are empty inside, and those that have deep problems and need healing. And so many times throughout the years I've seen in clients of mine and in my own life and relationships with friends and loved ones that we tend to love those that don't love themselves. And we love them so much that we lose ourselves in them. And we make them the focus of our everything. So we feel that it's a soulmate. We feel that it's destiny, that God has sent us this person and that we're meant to be with them. And the problem is that oftentimes we become a victim or feel like a victim of betrayal. What is betrayal? Betrayal is when you truly do not expect someone that you love and care for, someone that you have been loyal to, have been a friend to, have shared your soul, your heart, everything with, and trusted them. You trusted them so much that you never expected that they would ever betray you. And when they did, that wound is very, very deep. And many people with Venus in the 12th house tell me that they never have really healed that wound that comes from love, or the belief that something was true love. They tend to be too trusting of other people. They can be very vulnerable to people that are charming and narcissistic. Oftentimes I find that Venus in the 12th house people are very empathic. And there's a lot of videos and articles out there about empaths and narcissism. Narcissistic types of people like to take and like to manipulate and like to use people for what they can get from them, either material possessions, emotions, attention. And then once they get bored, they drop you, they disappear. They pretty much love you one day and the next you're nothing to them. So Venus in the 12th house people often have experiences with these types of relationships where it's one-sided. And that's why a lot of times it's called the house of secret love affairs and heartache, because often there's not reciprocation, either because of betrayal or a feeling that one is victimized or that one was used by someone that they trusted. And so it hurts me every time I talk to someone with this placement and they start sharing with me some of the experiences that they've had, and it makes me sad. And through the years, I've kind of been told that I have a little bit of a negative view about this placement. But let me tell you something that I've learned through the past 5 years, is that this placement is actually a blessing in disguise. This placement helps others realize that true love can only be found through yourself and loving yourself and valuing who you are and accepting your flaws and your vices and your dark parts. It's loving who you are and valuing your boundaries and knowing that you deserve love and you deserve to be treated in a reciprocal way. You deserve to have friendship and loyalty and someone that's there for you. So true love is who is there around you? Who is there for you when you hit rock bottom? Who is there for you when no one else is? Who is there for you when your father dies or your friend dies or you having trouble at work? That is true love. It could come from your friends, your family, your pet, your coworkers. True love can come in very different shapes and sizes. It doesn't have to be romantic love. And a lot of times Venus in the 12th house people think that they have to feel this connection and this strong emotion and physical and emotional connection, like they want a deep soul connection. And when they feel that, it's often with people that don't love themselves. It's often with people that are incapable of loving the Venus in the 12th house person the same way that they love. They are not on the same level as you. They are not on the same level spiritual level, emotional IQ, whatever you want to call it, they are incapable of truly loving anyone but themselves. And so once Venus in the 12th house people realize the attractions that they have and the lessons of this placement, they will learn to develop stronger boundaries. They will learn to believe in themselves. They will learn what loyalty truly means. What is true loyalty? Because a Venus in the 12th house person is loyal to a fault. Someone can betray them and hurt them and wound them so deeply and make them feel that they mean nothing to them and disappear on them. And years later, they'll come back and they'll tell them how sorry they are and they never meant to hurt them and they hate how things ended so abruptly and all of the perfect words. And Venus in the 12th house people forgive. They forgive too easily. And oftentimes they forgive and give second chances to people that don't deserve it. And then guess what happens? The same exact thing that happened the first time. They get betrayed again. They get discarded again. They get ignored. They get used, abused, neglected. And then they cry and they feel so heartbroken. Why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? They keep saying, because they're meant to love themselves first. And they're also meant to love in a spiritual, open way with everyone. It's a spiritual type of love that they are meant to express and receive from others. It goes beyond the physical. And that's why so many people with problems and wounds and dark hidden secrets are drawn to 12th house Venus people, because they're looking for that love, that unconditional love that, let's be honest, Venus in the 12th house people are natural at that. That's their gift to the world. So I guess what I'm trying to say is true love is not what Venus in the 12th house people think it is. And once we learn that, and once we figure that out, then we end the pattern and the cycle of this karmic relationship suffering, and we rise above it, and we heal, and hopefully Venus in the 12th house people can transform and realize that all of those heartaches and all of those breakups and all of those people that betrayed them and hurt them so badly that they never thought they would ever be able to move on, ever forget the pain that some of these people have caused them. Once they realize it doesn't matter. These people never deserved you in the first place. They never deserved your attention and your love. They never were on your level. They can never love you the way that you love them. Once Venus in the 12th house person realizes that, it's an aha moment. But I'll be honest, with that comes great responsibility and also a little bit of sadness and a little bit of learning. And it can be lonely, a feeling of loneliness at times, which 12th house people often feel. Because Venus and 12th house people realize that they are different from most people. They are very, very different. And it's kind of like the story that I think of Jesus. Judas betrayed him with a kiss. And it seems like a lot of 12th house people, they never expected that betrayal from someone that they were so loyal to and so in love with, and would have changed their life for this person. They would have done anything to be what that person wanted and needed, and they would have, laid down in traffic for someone that they loved. They're so loyal, but they never get that loyalty back. And there's a lesson in that, because we all are born alone, and when we die, we take no one with us. So true love is loving those that are around you, loving your family, your friends, those that are in your constant surroundings day to day, loving them and taking care of them in a practical way, and getting rid of this notion of true love, soulmate, all of this stuff, because that is what gets Venus in the 12th house people in trouble. So I will be back soon with another video, but hang in there, and I love Venus in the 12th house people. You're the best.